Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Need to talk a little bit about different stages in life. I have learned I don't always fit a lot of the norms in life. So that's why I have a hard time understanding a lot of things. And now it's not any better. I'm 65 years old, and things have happened to me and makes me look at life different. That and my personality and this type of stuff. I talk about Vietnam, 18 years old. I grew up a lot right there. With all the death, responsibilities, taking personal responsibility. And when you don't, people lose their lives. And when you do, people lose their lives. So I started early on taking personal responsibility and looking at things, not just as a glance, but I look at things and try to figure out why and this type of stuff. Got married at 22. Stayed married until I lost my wife. 63 years old when I lost my wife. And it's funny because all my friends in the United States are all married, and they're all of all kinds of ages. And you just don't think about it, because I had my wife and all this type of stuff. Now without her, things are different. In the United States, I still have those same friends. Outside the United States, for some reason, I haven't figured it out yet, but now I've been getting around more single men. The women I still kind of shy away from, because I don't understand the system yet. But it made me, since I've been hanging around these single guys, and I'm so much more mature than them, and most of them are younger. The ones that I stay active with are younger. And this is what I want to share with you, what I've observed, and I haven't figured it all out yet, but tell you what I've been thinking. And what it is, men my age, just about all of them are looking to be comfortable. Well, I guess the women too at my age. I don't know, they feel as if they've paid their dues and now they want a comfortable life. I, on the other hand, I really haven't changed a whole lot, other than, like I say, I don't have the woman to help guide me and keep me going, keep me going the right direction. And like I say, the women more my age are more for security. They're looking for a nice settled life. It's like the men my age. And what I figured out is, like I say, 18 to 21. I don't know about women, but men, that really shapes your life a lot. I guess this is why for one thing, I believe as parents, our job is to prepare our kids to be 18 to 21. What I've noticed, and I remember I talked about everything in Guatemala is much more obvious. What they do down here is they protect their children from 18 to 21. In other words, no hardships, nothing tough. I mean, they make sure they have room and board, all their needs are taken care of and stuff. So there's nothing to really motivate them. And so like I say, I was well motivated from 18 to 21. And then 22, getting married. Then I took on a new responsibility with a wife and children. And that was a big shock, because like I say, when we first got married, no children, my wife treated me like I was special, and I treated her like she was special, the lovebird kind of stuff. And when the children came, everything focused on the children, and I was just the old family dog, and I was expected to do certain things, and that's it. And it came across like there was no affection, because all the focus was on the kids. I just took it for granted that's the way it was. And that's why when the kids grew up, I was 40 when kids went off to college. And like I said, I've been self-employed all my life, so I've always had different businesses, and sometimes I had multiple businesses going at the same time. So I'm always staying busy. And that's why I say, even now, I don't notice anything different. When my kids came home from college, that's when they found out I was training SWAT teams. Well, first they saw me with a motorcycle, and they thought, well, parents, they're old people, don't do nothing, so they're shocked that I had a motorcycle. Then when they read the paper, and then they saw me in the paper, training SWAT teams. So here I was, a nice daddy, other than I had them work. Like I say, I prepared them. And so all of a sudden, I'm a whole different person. Kind of like my kids. They were completely different people when they grow up, and especially when they got out of college. And then I say they get married, their responsibilities change, their outlook on life has changed. So that's one stage of life when you're doing that. Now I say my kids are raising the kids just like it was at my time. And it's funny because my son is 40-some years old, and he's going through his midlife crisis. And so we were talking, and he was telling me about how this works. And I don't know, I don't understand any of this stuff. Okay, but now, like I say, I'm running around with anywhere. Well, most of them are in their 40s, the men, and they're single, and they're single from divorce. So their outlook is really different, and they're going through their midlife crisis. I'm glad my son talked to me about it. And when I told my son, I don't know anything about this stuff, and then he said, "Man, Dad," he says, "everything that males do in a midlife crisis is what I've been doing my whole life. That's why I didn't notice anything." I say he told me that you look back and you think, what have you accomplished? What have you done? And it's really it's your children, and your work goes for your children and all that. And I remember all that. I mean, I say I really felt unappreciated. But and that might be, now that I think about it, that might be why they go through their midlife crisis. They feel unappreciated because of the children. I don't know. That just might be. And but anyway, so now I've noticed these these 40-some-year-olds I'm running around with, man, they all think like I did when I was 16, 17 years old. I mean, they're running on hormones, and they don't think too well. The funny thing is, some of them have a lot of money, and some of them don't. But the one thing they all have in common is they're looking for women. So, and I know it's different down here. I understand that, because the women are not respected, and the men aren't respected either. I talked about how the women say, well, my children mean more than anything to me. Well, that's an insult to a guy. So that's why everything gets all messed up. And like I say, the guys I'm running around with, really can't say I run around with them. We talk, and that's about all we do. And the reason is, it's funny because they give me advice on women, and I don't take it because it didn't seem to do them any good. They're not doing well, and so. But it's fun to listen to them. And like I say, they listen to me when I talk about living life and taking responsibility and how to handle your money, and just stuff like this. So it's really kind of funny. And this is what I realized. Okay, now they haven't got to the stage. Like I say, I liquidated everything at 52 years old. And kind of semi-retired, I guess they call it, but I didn't really retire. I just changed careers